Welcome to this week's video on the BMW i3 120 amp hour. We're going to be looking at some hidden Easter eggs on the car. One of them is where the elusive 4 cigarette lighter socket is, how to access some hidden menus on the iDrive and also the front dash, how to fold the mirrors in, and various other things that you might not know. So watch the video all the way to the end. You might learn something new about this car that you didn't know it could already do. There's two ways of folding the mirrors on the BMW. One is by simply pressing the button on the mirror inside and it'll just fold it in. And then the other version is on the key. Now the one on the key is activated by locking the whip door and holding it down. And this also brings me on to the second one, which is the windows will also go up if you hold down the lock button. It will lock all the windows, but also if you hold down the open button, it will drop all the windows. Now the next thing leads into an Easter egg, but the first part of it is, where is the elusive trip reset button on a BMW i3? It's kind of a bit hidden away and it takes you a while to realise where it is, and it's just at the side of the speed meter, just here on the left. There's a little tiny switch and you just press that when you're on the trip and that will reset the trip counter. But behind it is a secret menu. When I say behind it, there's a way of accessing a secret menu. So first of all, get the car in the ready mode, started mode, and then we hold down this trip reset button for about 10 seconds. And you're just basically holding it until the menu changes, and you'll know exactly when you're into it, because the whole menu screen will change to this screen here where it has numbers, identification, system test, and this is the secret menu. Now if you scroll down, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it jumps straight to 9, test end, which is the exit part of it. What we want to do is go to number 10, which is unlock, and behind the unlock is the super secret menu. And to get into that super secret menu, you hold down the trip to select it, and you'll get the code unlock. Now the code, the secret code, is the last 5 numbers on the chassis number. So if you get the end of your chassis number and add the 5 numbers at the end together, you'll get the code. Now to select the code, you just keep pressing the button in until you get to that corresponding number that it adds up to on your chassis, and then when you get to it, you hold down the select button again, and now you've unlocked everything. So you've got fuel tank temperature, BCO, correct factor. Now the most interesting stats are to do with the battery. So if we go to fuel tank battery, we can access various information, including, I'll get to it in a second, battery capacity maximum is 39 kilowatts hours. So kWh, 39 kilowatt hours. And if we press the next one, we got the current battery charge, which we already knew anyway, which is 87%. And then we got the next one, which is battery current holding capacity. So at the moment, there is 34.2 kilowatts of stored energy in the battery. And we can also see some other stats. Now, in another menu, you can also get the current temperature of the battery. There's endless possibilities of what's available in here. This is probably one of the most useful hidden menus that you can get on the BMW. Yeah, you reached that halfway point in the video where I'm going to ask you to go and click the subscribe button down below. If you're not already subscribed, click the notification bell. The reason I always ask you to do this is there's constantly, I have a 75% of people who watch my video are not currently subscribed to me. So just double check that you are subscribed to me. Like I said, notification bell, you'll be notified every time I make a new video, because people often tell me, oh, you haven't made a video this week, I've not seen a video off you for ages. I make video every single week, so that notification bell will inform me when one comes out. Big ask, if you can tell family and friends about my videos, and leave a comment down below with any questions every single week. Just tell me if you like the video. Just feedback like that just lets me know that you liked it, and a thumbs up on the video as well really help. Now, one of the jokes on BMW forums is there is 4 cigarette lighters on the BMW i3, and which everyone goes, I can only find 2. Now that is a joke, there isn't 4, there is actually just 3, but they are not the easiest to find. The number 1 easiest one to find is the one down here, which is directly underneath your armrest. Nice and easy to find, most people find that straight away. The second hardest one to find is the one in the boot, which is just on the right hand side. Nice and easy one to find again. But where's the third, everyone always asks, and even I didn't know where the third was. I had to consult one of my friends, Dave Jewson, Mr. EV Smiles on Twitter, or also known as Gateman Dave of the Renault Zoe Owners Club. There's an inside joke there, but it is hidden right down here below the driver's console. And that one's the hardest one to find, and I didn't know it was there. This one hacks into the iDrive system. It's a secret hidden menu in the iDrive. It's not actually got anything useful, but everyone likes to know hidden menus, and this is a hidden menu which has a little bit of a cool way to get into it. You almost feel a bit like a safe cracker. So to get into this menu, you need to go onto your iDrive system and you need to call up the menu button twice so it zooms out. And then what we need to do is hold the iDrive in an upwards position, so the iDrive controller in an upwards position for a minimum of 10 seconds. And if the thing hasn't worked, but at the end of this, you didn't hold it up for long enough. I like to hold it up for a bit longer than 10 seconds just to make sure I've definitely got into it. But once we've done that for about 10 seconds, let it rest back to normal. Click 3 times to the right, 3 times to the left, once to the right, once to the left, once to the right, push down. And then if we go into My Vehicle settings and scroll right to the bottom, it should say Service Menu. And if we go into the Service Menu, we've got stuff for the navigation, phone and BMW services, and other little bits. So not really anything that much useful there, but it's a hidden menu and it's a bit of a cool way to get into it. You almost feel like a safe breaker, which is why I've included it. The next one's an unusual one, and it's how to preheat the car via the key. Now obviously if you've got the BMW app, it is very simple. It's also very simple to schedule the charge apps, and if I've made videos about them at some point, they'll be linked at the top right. If I haven't remembered to link them, they'll be somewhere on my channel. But yeah, I'll make a video about how all the different ways you can preheat the BMW, but one in this Easter egg video is to show you how to heat it on the key, which I didn't know about. And first of all, you need to go into the menu on the iDrive and you need to go over towards My Vehicle. And in this, you have various settings that you can change. And we'll go into this one, which is Vehicle Settings. And we've got Doors and Key, and we click that. And then there's a little triangle sign. And yes, this is the same button that's on your BMW key. So the key that you've got with your BMW, that is exactly the same button. If we press that and go into that, you can change it from opening the tailgate and the doors, which is what it's set to now, which is a bit pointless. You've got auxiliary lights, or you've got the home lights, so you can just turn the home lights on, press the key, that all the car will light up and you can find the car, which is useful, but you can do it on the app. The most useful one is auxiliary climate control, which is what we're going to set. You just set that and that is it. You can now preheat the car by pressing the little triangle button on your key. Everyone knows that you can open the back door of the BMW and get in the back of there. What everyone doesn't know is there's a secret little handle up here that folds the seat forward and makes it a little bit easier to get in and out. It also means if you've got the back seats down, you've got something long to load, you can push the passenger seat forward like this and fit even more stuff in. And while we're in the back, we might as well show you one of the other little hidden little features of the BMW i3, and that is the emergency pull for the boot and the emergency pull for the charge flap. And that is located just down here behind this foam rubber pad. If we pull that off, and there'll be 2 little pull switches there, and you just give them a pull and that will open up either of those 2 things. So you're going to ask now, where's the front pull for the front boot? That is located on the passenger side of my car, down here between this flap. And behind that flap is a cord. Give that a pull and that was the emergency pull for that. So thanks very much for watching this week's video. Do not forget to go and click the subscribe button down below. Don't forget to check out my other videos and consider becoming a patron. Thanks very much and I'll see you again next week. How the hell do I get out now I've locked the back doors? I don't think this one through. I'm off.